Alright, folks. I am Paul Johnson. I have a website on YouTube. I don't know what it is, you just have to look me up. But it's got a few videos on it from when I was done bad or I was mad or something. I gotta get that off my screen. Anyway, uh, yeah, I got a story to tell. And if anybody wants to watch it, I've been watching devvory Darkins, I think, recklezz, uh, all them good ones, all the good people. Officer Tatum, all of them. I like Officer Tatum. They butt their heads. But anyway, I'm sorry. Uh, I have been 20 years ago. I was diagnosed with a pretty rare disease. I don't know how rare it is now, but they were flying me to Chicago, Seattle, and Salt Lake City, and for these conferences, the Alpha 1 antitrypsin deficiency, called Alpha 1. And it's a genetic blood disorder. And it's like when one, like a genome in my mom's is messed up or something and my dad's is messed up, they ain't compatible. It didn't hurt me my whole life, but I have always breathed heavy and spit a lot. And uh, I never thought nothing of it. Well, I got to get into where I've always worked in construction, farm stuff, driving truck, a lot without cabs and crap like that. So I eat a lot of dust. Didn't know it. But 20 years ago, I was diagnosed with that, with 20% of my lung capacity, 60 something percent of my liver. Um, I have a hernia that'll come about 6, 7 inches out every time I cough, which is all the time. Uh, they were going to send me like to Notre Dame, I think, at a hospital there, or college, and um, sorry about that. I look like hell. And the reason this side is messed up is because I have to lay on my left side in order to sleep. But anyway, to see if they could patch that uh, my liner. Well, they got to looking at it, and it's they couldn't do it because if they even tried to sew it, it would just rip apart. Basically, my body is liquefying inside, and well, they said I wouldn't live past the end of the year 20 years ago, and it was February when they told me. Well, I've done real good up until I had a own my own place, and I had to quit working. I was driving truck, but I'd have to pull over. I was driving with a handicap license, but if I felt like I was starting to get tired, I'd pull over. I was driving for my dad. My dad bought me a truck. It was real nice, and anyway, I got to where I couldn't make him no money, so I had to quit and get on disability. Now, I don't know how other people get what they get, but I started out at $700 with a little bit of Medicaid and had a few dollars in food stamps. Well, every year, you know, as of right now, I make $1,064 a month. I pay my own rent, and I had to move into a studio apartment. Pay my own rent. I pay my own phone, which is $65. Oh, I pay my own internet, which is $67. I buy my groceries. Uh, I have to pay a copay sometimes on my medicines, which I have to take an IV once a week. I have for almost 20 years now. An IV, 4 IVs a month, one a week. And they started out over $300,000 a month. And I feel bad about that because people needed that money. Now they're about $100,000 a month. And then I take about 16 other medicines. And I can't have surgery or have a respirator put in me on me. Yeah, I have a non-invasive one I had to get, but they don't come out and service it or nothing or check the data on it like they're supposed to. I have hell getting cannulas and everything like that. But what I was talking about now, you know, it's damn hard to live off of $1,064 a month. And I know people that get more than that, but you know, 1,064, that's like twice below the poverty level, if not more. And the Medicaid shuts off about 6, 7 times a year. I don't know why. Well, maybe not that much. The hospital, St. Bernard's Hospital up here in Jonesboro, Arkansas, the total amount of time I've spent in there since in this 20 years until they kicked me out. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. Uh, they I total of the time in the 20 years is about a year and a half I've stayed in there. 41 times because I couldn't get 41 days because I couldn't get a new cannula from my oxygen suppliers, and they get hard and they start cutting inside your nose, right? Well, it set up MRSA in the back behind my eyes. I was in there 41 days that time. And, God, I hallucinated. I scared my stepmother to death. And, but anyway, last time I had to be rushed to the hospital, everything was going great until they asked if I had the same insurance. And then nobody that they were treating me good. And I made my dad and my stepmother leave because I knew they would make me leave with them. And so I ended up getting a room after about 12 hours and I laying there in that ER. Because I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do nothing. I still can't take pain medicine. I have severely messed up spine from working construction and all kind of other stuff. A lot of dumb stuff I did. A lot of stuff that's been done to me. I've been shot twice with a shotgun, stabbed. Man blew our house up with us in it. Done a few wrecks and hit by a car. A lot of people have been trying to kill me my whole life. They ain't done it yet. And but anyway, the last time when they kicked me out, they never contacted none of my doctors at all. They just had some people in shiny new coats with MDS. I know the MD, but I didn't know what the S was. And they said I had to leave. I said, well, hell, I can't breathe and I can't walk. And so they made me a little bitty girl that was sitting there shaking her head no. This is stupid. Made me stand up and try to walk down the hall. I didn't make it to the door. I had to almost be carried back to my bed. Well, they let me catch my breath with some oxygen a little bit, and they went ahead and made the woman, and she hated this. I swear to God, the woman that first helped me get my 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 Medicaid and stuff, she was the one responsible for after 20 years, they made her dismiss me without oxygen. And they know I have to have oxygen 27 or 4/7 because, I'm down to 2% of my lungs, 40 something of my liver, and just a whole lot of other problems. I don't have nothing for pain because I can't take pain medicine or and the Xanax. My anxiety gets really high, so I have to have Xanax. So I'm maxed out on them, which I can deal with that. But the pain I have to suffer because I can't afford it. I used to get the syringes of that THC stuff that would help, but I can't afford them now. And why I'm putting this out is because I was just watching these idiots on YouTube. Uh, I think it was Devery Darkins. These idiots that are able to jump up, run around, say they're going to steal, about being having their food stamps cut short or down or off, and every one of them were walking around just fine, nothing wrong. Even little males looked like there's a 20-year-old kid that was hooping and hollering and said, "You shut my food stamps off, I will go steal everything." What some stupid shit. And excuse me, sorry. That prompted me to make this because they cut my food stamps down to $64. Then they moved it up to 70 again. I only make $1,064 a month. I pay my bills, my rent, my phone, my internet. Try to get a little bit of groceries, and if I have to borrow from someone, I pay them back every month. So I pay my own bills. And I got a letter today saying that I don't qualify for food stamps no more. And I got a letter saying my insurance company, my not Medicare, but the supplemental insurance, which is United, nobody will deal with them. They're not going to cover nothing no more, so I have to get a new plan. I'm trying to wait and see if I can get my caretakers, the boss of my caretaker, my coordinator, to help me fill all this stuff out. And cause I can't go to no hospital around here. They sent me a list of hospitals I can go to in Paragould, Mississippi, or something like that. I can't go to none of these around here now, cause I guess Medicaid's folding or something, or United has been banned from all of them. I don't know why, because they have paid every damn thing they had to on me, because I get the receipts. I even catch them, the hospitals and stuff, double charging, uh, charging for a big bottle of morphine or Dilaudid when they take just a little bit out. And, you know, right now I have 2% of my lungs, and I'm still alive. Every time I see my doctors, they, they, I didn't finish the story about them kicking me out of the hospital. They made that woman that helped me 20 years ago get me out of there. They brought me downstairs with no oxygen, set me in uh, the receiving lobby there after I filled out whatever papers. And I said, and I didn't have nobody to come get me. So, and I said, I have to leave here with oxygen. But normally my company would come up there and bring me a tank when I got taken by ambulance. And so she went around the corner and they made her come back and say, you're not supposed to have oxygen 24/7. So, and they called an Uber and he brought me home. I almost didn't make it in the door. And then they sent me a bill for the Uber. Hell with them. You know, I don't understand what's going on, but I see these idiots on here about the food stamp stuff they can get out and work to run around acting like a fool. I lay in his bed. I look out my window. I have to pass 8 years here, 8 or 9 years. My door hasn't closed not one time unless I've been in the hospital. I sleep with it open. I had a big glass door, and then the damn yard mowers busted it. It was about $400 or $500 door with a big glass in it. And they went and put $100 screen door on there now. Now I just got a little split window cheap door. Yeah, I don't care about that. At least I can still see. I barely sleep. I may sleep 2, 3 hours a night because I almost choked to death. I had to get that stuff out. And yeah, now I got a letter from the food stamp people saying that I'm not qualified to get food stamps no more, and I got to find another insurance company before the December 7th. But they said the reason they said I don't qualify for food stamps because they said I'm able to work. I don't know how they figured that because it takes someone to help me go to the bathroom, or I have to roll out of this bed into a wheelchair just to get in there, and then it takes me forever to get back in. And I gotta take all kind of treatments. I wear a ventilator at night, and everything is just falling apart on me. And I've been working on RC. I like RC equipment because I've run equipment my whole life. I started when I was 9 years old running a dozer. I went to work with my dad. I got dirt in my veins. And now my damn RCs are tore up and I can't afford to buy a new one. So I've been trying to fix them. And I can't keep my mind straight to do that because I get aggravated and anxious. And then I can't eat all my medicine, my Xanaxes to keep my anxiety down. I can't do that. So I have to quit working on them. But I just want to tell everybody I think it's stupid. And I would be too embarrassed to get on this damn TV and talk about, or I'll go steal the food or whatever. And I know people right now in Jonesboro that have money that are drawing $3,000 a month in food stamps. Now they may not now, because since I got sick and couldn't run nobody else around or do nothing for anybody, I have no friends no more. Even my two brothers, one's got MS, he can barely get around. He ain't got no help from nobody. My dad, 79 years old, he tries to help me best he can, but he can't hardly get around because he's had his heart rewired, he's had stents, he's had bone off his hip from years ago. It's spliced into his back, and he gets dizzy every time he stands up. So I don't have him do a whole lot for me. I just sit here. I'm allowed 5 hours a day, sometimes four, uh, 7 days a week of a caretaker. After that, that's just in the morning till 1 o'clock, 8 to 1, and then sometimes 7 to 11 on Mondays. After that, I have to fend for myself. I can't get no more hours because they say I'm not bad enough off. And now they say thing I'm shutting off my food stamps and all that. Got to find another insurance company. And my what do you call them? Navigators, care navigators. I have a bunch of them. I had supposed to have. I can't get them to come and or help do this paperwork stuff that I'm supposed to do, and try to find another company because I can't make heads or hair of it. I worked during school. I hated school. Now, I can read. I'm smart. Everything like that. But I don't know nothing about none of these companies that they want me to choose from. And I just want people to know they're bitching about what little bit of food they got. Tell you what, I got a hell of a lot less than them, and I'm still making it. You know, I'm still living. By grace of God, I'm still living. Even my doctors, every time I see them every 4 months, they say, "You still here?" It's kind of a joke with us. But they country boys, they all right. You know, they're pretty good. And it's hard by yourself when you can't do nothing for nobody. No, I still do for people. I'll give them what I can and all that, and help people. But it's getting really hard and it's getting really rough for me to keep trying to hang on when everything is going against me. You know, I know the God exists because I'm still here. Like I said, I've been shot twice with a shotgun. I've been stabbed in the shoulder. I've been hit with a car, blown up in a house. Someone blew our house up. And then, I've hit with a car. And then there's all the other crap that I've done to myself. And I'm happy. Not really happy, but I'm content. I don't want a whole hell of a lot. I just want to get me an RC machine to work again. I try to get them to work, but it made me sick seeing these people on YouTube bitching about their food stamps, running around healthy and everything, and say they're going to steal them. Thank you, Donald Trump. You made it a little hard on me right now until I get my navigators to help me get this figured out. But you're doing a hell of a job. You're the best man I've ever seen in the world in that office, and I love it because you're funny, you're down to earth, and the memes you put out is awesome. Now I'm going to try to send this to several people I'm subscribed to, and see if somebody might play it. But I mean, the DHS here in Jonesboro is a joke. It's a very much a joke. You know, I don't understand them. How they figure I can go to work. I'm not. I'm healthy enough to work after 20 years of. Well, I can't even move. But anyway, I just want to wish everyone a good day and have a blessed day and God bless you. You know, the Lord looks over those who try to live right. And I didn't for a long time, but He's still taking care of me. So if you get the chance, walk outside, put your feet in the grass, and stare up at the sky for me, 'cause I can't do it no more. Thank God for me, and God bless y'all, and have a good one. I won't try to shut this off.